Last time I did one of these, it was at the Telus location. So it's been a while for me, and social anxiety is kind of preventing me from making eye contact with a lot of you, so don't take that personally. It's just how I'm wired. So what brought me back was the topic, storm clouds. And I'm a very anxious person, if you can't already tell. And one of the things that gives me quite a bit of anxiety is anything weather related, pretty much pertaining to thunderstorms. It's not so much the thunder that scares me, although as a kid I was scared of thunder and tornadoes and hurricanes and like basically any type of like violent storm, anything involving lightning. And it was actually rainfall. And the reason why that's the case is because my wife and I, a couple years ago in Mountville, we rented a apartment from an interesting slumlord pair. I'm not going to mention names, but essentially they were very cheap, so cheap that they wouldn't fix their roof to the apartment that we were in. And basically every spring and summer was just this downpour working its way into our top floor closet. And it wasn't just our top floor closet, it was also two windows on the second and third floor. Somehow water was actually seeping through the brick as well. So 2018 is when this was happening, when it was especially bad. And it was probably like the rainiest summer I've ever experienced, or at least that I can remember. And it wasn't just the anxiety of the water coming in, it was also just the sound of it constantly rattling a window frame. And it got to a point where it was like listening to just being in a very crowded space and being surrounded by people that were speaking a completely different language. That's how it sounded. It sounded like people were talking. And it drove me a little crazy, just the fact that this was happening, that this was the situation that we were in. We were trying to be homeowners. We were unsuccessful previously. Life didn't really seem like it was particularly kind to either one of us. And of course, it wore on us as well. But we've made it through. It was just a very ugly situation because we were pretty much under the thumb of people that were assumed that we didn't have any rights as renters. So being told stuff like, oh, we're just going to take that rotted insulation out with the mold and just let it out to dry and put it back in and then just patch it up with drywall, with a new panel of drywall. And that's how bad it was. And it just kind of reminded me of our station in life and just how everything seemed like it was stacked up against us. So we had to do this whole move that was very dramatic, and we just were at odds with this landlord, and it was definitely an emotional challenge. And it's part of the reason why I can't enjoy rainstorms the way other people can. As beautiful as it sounds, and sometimes as beautiful as it looks when there's lightning, when you can enjoy it somewhat safely, it's actually become a traumatic experience. And I have an aversion to water as well. I was nearly drowned once, and I was actually waterboarded by a family member. So there's definitely an aversion there, and as a result, I can't swim, and so basically anything that's like water related freaks me out. So of course, anytime there's like a severe weather alert, I'm always doom scrolling. You know, looking outside, is the sky gunmetal? Is it going to start flashing like white hot? You know, like are the clouds going to develop veins from the illumination of the lightning? Really scares the shit out of you. So yeah, so I just came back out here just because I felt it had been several years since I had done it. I've been itching to do it again. And, you know, things have started to turn for the better. We're now homeowners, so we can handle our own roofing situation if ever there's an issue. I'm starting to get a little bit better about rainfall and things like that. So, although it does feel like these types of patterns follow you around like clouds do, like weather systems, they do pass, and they are temporary. So that's all I've got. Thanks.